Hey, what's going on, everybody? JC in the house. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody gather around. JC in the house. Special guest to me tonight, Miss Dominique. So everybody gather around. Tonight's topic is: do nice guys or good guys actually finish last in a dating game? So yeah, everybody gather around. JC in the house. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? Nadine, what's going on? Hello. What's going on, everybody? Hey, what's going on, Dominique? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, blessed and highly favored. What's going on, Jacqueline, uh, Tisha, Sheen? What's going on, everybody? So yeah, Stacy, what's going on, everybody? So tonight's topic is: do nice guys or self-proclaimed good men actually finish last in the dating game? What's your thoughts about that?
I kind of agree but disagree at the same time.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's just guys, quote unquote. I feel like there are some good women, and I feel like a lot of times we are taken for granted. So I don't just feel like it's the quote unquote guys of the group. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of good women are looked over because she doesn't have the biggest butt or the fullest breast or, just different things like that. And I feel like a lot of people's personal preferences will be the reason why they remain single or will be the reason why they keep picking not the best people because they're looking at superficial things. So that's just kind of where I stand on it. I feel like it's not just guys that, feel like they are quote unquote finishing last. There are some very good women, and it's like, guys will look right past us um for a different type of woman and then complain about it once they get her.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. A lot of good men, a lot of brothers, they do overlook women all, every day. You may find women on the bus, train, library, but if she don't have, a nice set of breasts or a nice butt, then a lot of brothers are not going to look at her. But that might be someone who could be a good partner or a good soulmate, but because she doesn't have the physical attributes that a man is looking for, then a lot of times she's gonna get looked over than the woman that does have, the breast, the butt, all that good stuff, So, you know, all right.
Not
Stacey said, realize. No, go on.
not just that, a lot of people aren't really looking people are not looking into what this person has to offer. And I don't mean just as far as, you know, um, your boobs, they are, unless they're fake, they're going to sag some with time. Your butt is also, your body is going to change. But, the way you carry yourself, your character, I mean, just different things like that. I don't think people take that into consideration. So I feel like a lot of times you hook up with this person, and yes, he has the full beard and he has the nice body, but he's a bad parent. He sucks at parenting, or you wonder why, you get with this girl and she's just the dopest thing ever and she can barely read. Like, you have to be able to look past the physical. I mean, I don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean you should just find the ugliest person in the world and just be okay with that. Now, I'm not saying that there's somebody for everybody, but at the same time, there are no perfect people. There really are no perfect people. So that's just kind of where I stand on that.
Okay, let me do a little shout outs and read some of these comments. What's going on, Sherelle, Stacy, Angelo, Campbell, Charlene, Lisa? Okay, let me read some of these questions real quick. Oh wow, it's big tonight. All right,
You'll
Stacy
finish.
said you will finish last until like your 30s. Okay. I mean, I understand that. As far as a lot of younger dudes, because a lot of the younger dudes aren't really established, and this would be a perfect time to really just focus on yourself. You really want to grind your 20s because, a lot of times we do get kind of like looked over because either you're too young or don't have that much experience. So you kind of do want to, you focus on your money, focus on your paper, treat yourself right, and then try to go out there and pursue something meaningful relationship. I don't feel like it should stop you from dating somebody, getting to know somebody, or just having fun. As far as just hanging out, having a good time, going to the movies, going to a concert, going to being for ice cream, etc. I don't feel like it's an issue to go out there and just have a good time. But if you really need to be focused on building your core, not just focus on, a serious relationship, especially in your early 20s.
I can agree with that. That's one of my things. If I'm going to be all the way honest, I I do not go for men my age. They are always much older than I am. So that's been one of my things for a long time. So if I'm going to be all the way honest about it, yeah, I really don't date a lot of men that are my age.
Okay. Stacey said then most people get together. Yeah, I mean that's all it is true because there's still a lot of guys in their 40s and 50s still don't have nothing in their own name, don't have their own house, car, etc. So the age don't really matter in that sense. It's all about maturity level, and wisdom. Not just your age group. That's like I said in my previous videos. It's all about a mindset as far as wisdom. You know, maturity level. It's not about age. And there are some
That's very
guys.
true.
There are some guys in their 20s who do have their stuff together, but so it's all about maturity level. You know. All right, what's
I can
going on,
agree
Lisa?
with that.
Okay, go on. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was agreeing with you. I can agree with that.
Okay. All right, Stacey said physical attributes mean something. That's why when you get to your 30s and 40s, you win. Not necessarily, but those guys are the ones that are more desirable because those are the guys that literally some of them do have their stuff together, which is more attractive to a lot of women. As opposed to dealing with somebody who you gotta, teach this, teach that. A lot of women kind of they may want to do who's already, ready to say. Now that she has to keep not like a huge learning curve that she has to mentor him and stuff, or teach him how to be a man, etc. But it all depends on the man's maturity level. What were you going to say about that?
Like I agree with you. It is about a maturity level. There are some men in their 40s that still don't have their life together and this and that. So just because you turn a magical number, if you're not maturing, you're not maturing. If you're not growing, you're not growing. So there are some 20-year-olds that are much farther in life than some 40-year-olds, some 30-year-olds. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. They're more mature. They have their stuff together. That's just kind of how it goes. So it's not fair to kind of judge people and say because they're young, this and that and the third. That's not fair. But that's just yeah, it's just not fair.
Okay, Stacey said because at the age you accept their flaws. That's true. All right, Angela said, "What's going on, Patrice?" Angela said, "Look, what gets you in trouble every time. People look at in for the wrong things." Yeah, you're right about that. You're just looking at
I can
the
agree.
you're looking at the outer. You're not looking at the inner. What kind of person, the character, the morals, their standards, etc. You're just looking at their physical body. That's all great, but like you said, like once you get a certain age, your crop's gonna drop and you're not gonna have the same features. Even though black women, y'all do an excellent job with taking care of maintaining y'all skin, and I give y'all a lot of props for that. But you will get old, but you wanna have that type of love that y'all looking at each other, y'all it's not kind of magic beyond just the physical. You wanna have the type of love that you guys are able to eat, feed each other, and bathe each other at an old age, and y'all still have that same kindle, that same spark, that y'all did 10, 15 years ago. What were you gonna say on that?
I'm agreeing with you. I really agree with you. If we're gonna be honest about it, everybody has their personal preferences. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of, some guys prefer a girl with, fuller boobs or bigger butt. Just everybody has their personal preferences. But sometimes you do have to. Sometimes your soulmate is maybe sometimes stepping outside of that personal preference. Now, should you be attracted to your significant other? Of course. but it shouldn't be one of those things of, oh, she doesn't have 42-inch butt, I can't talk to her. You know what I mean? Type deal.
Yeah.
That can cause you to miss out on a great woman. It can cause you to miss out on a great man because he doesn't have a Morris chestnut body, or he doesn't carry himself a certain way. Some of those things can be worked on. You know, if you don't like the way he dressed, some of that stuff can be worked on. You know what I mean? You kind of grow with someone. That's what you're supposed to do in a relationship. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. A lot of people get into relationships and their foundation's not correct. It's strictly off the looks of it. And that's when you run into issues.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right about that. Tasha Michelle Glass said, in my experience, sometimes those good guys are real busy, focused on bettering themselves. But I was ready to date, and I've gotten a guy that's not so nice, but very consistent. Yeah, I mean, consistency is key. You want to be able to rely on that person. You want someone to keep being consistent. When they meet you, date you, y'all just turn to get into a relationship. I said that same spark and fire, like I said earlier. Like the courtship don't never end. They're still dating each other, still courting, still doing movie nights, date night, etc. And you don't really let people or your work affect that.
I can agree with that.
What's going on, Kiana, Emily, Rita Marie King? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Covington, Tamika? What's going on, everybody? But yeah, though, like I said, back to the topic as far as do nice guys or nice girls getting overlooked in the dating game. I feel like a lot of guys they take themselves out the dating game because of their morale, their attitude, and already feel rejected even before they even go out there and approach women. And their mindset is messed up.
Well, that's not just guys. A
Well, I
lot
mean,
of
I'll
women
say
too. We're gonna
female,
be all the way
I
100.
can say
A lot
men
of
though.
a lot
I
of
mean, I
women
can
are.
say
I mean,
women, but it's like I want to. We can talk about women too. That's cool. So they are the same thing, but it's nice
yeah.
to
I
ask her.
mean, there are some women whose mindsets are just terrible. I mean, if we're just gonna be all the way 100 about it, like there are some
Yeah.
women who have the worst mindset. And that's just only being fair. If we're gonna talk about the guys, let's talk about the women also. You know what I
Uh
mean?
oh.
So some of us,
Uh
if
oh.
we want to talk about dating, some of us are emotionally unavailable. Some of us are still stuck on Pookie or whoever else you're still stuck on. So if we're going to talk about guys and how guys sometimes do certain things, it's only fair we talk about the women also. Because, I mean, we aren't exempt. We have some messed up ways also. So
Of course y'all do. But I ain't trying to come on
we
here and be
didn't
all
need
bitter
an
and stuff.
amen with that.
It's all good, though. But no, though, I mean, as far as the men, like I said, not putting themselves out there, no. And I feel like a lot of women, they've been hurt or a lot, so they don't put themselves out there to date. And a lot of people just out there just telling, just to be with somebody instead of being someone who actually loves them and care about them. They'll be in toxic relationships, um, putting up with people who have no intentions of marrying them or being faithful to them, cheating on them, lying to them, being deceitful to them. They just say they have a man or a woman, and not a lot of people have core values or principles about themselves and stuff. So it's really it's really on both ends. People just not understanding their worth.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that a lot. Just to have somebody. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, you know, like I said, and then a lot of times, rejection too. Dudes out there afraid to get out of the comfort zone or just go out there and approach a woman, and just say, hey, introduce themselves. They see, man, I said like, oh, well, she don't like me, or I don't have enough money, or I'm not tall enough, I don't have a nice car, I don't have enough the nice type of job for her. It's like there's so much blocking yourself in the head. You don't even know what that woman's thinking about. You don't know what she's down for, and also too, you know, women too having their guards up because they've been hurt by dudes is like, you don't know what that man intention is. He can have a good intention, but because you're so stuck up from the last previous relationship, you haven't taken the time out there to heal and maneuver from that situation to actually be vulnerable for that God to come to your life to approach you and make stuff happen with you, because you're not healed yourself, or you keep thinking that, oh, all God, y'all the same, y'all the same, y'all the same. Yeah, that's true. A lot of guys are the same, but at the same time, there are dudes out there who have good intentions, do want to do you right, meet your family, do want to marry you, don't want to just play house and shack up with you. Do got some dudes out there, but because you so conditioned to train that this guy he's just like the rest that you already shot a lot of men down. That's can your past.
And I think a lot of people have to really look within themselves. Um, and a lot of times what we attract does play a part on us, and our mindset. And I say that because, for example, I've never been in an abusive relationship, but if I keep dating guys that hit me, or hypothetically, I've never been in one of those situations, but um, that says a lot about me. It says a lot about me. Why do I continue to put up with this? Why do I continue to attract these type of people? So when you're talking about, um, you know, when you're talking about, the physical and different things like that, you have to take that into consideration too. You also have to be able to look in the mirror and say, hey, why do I keep attracting these people? Why do I keep letting these people entertain? Why do I even entertain these people? Why do I let them in my space? Why do I keep them around? So everybody has to be held accountable. You can't be held accountable for other people's actions, but you are held accountable for what you allow and what you allow to continue. So that's just how that kind of goes. You can't keep blaming all the guys that keep coming around, and I mean they're responsible for their actions, but at the end of the day, that's what you keep going after, or that's what you're attracting.
Hmm.
So you have to figure out what it is within yourself that keeps attracting those type of men.
Yeah, exactly. You got to look at yourself, do a self-assessment. Like, what am I doing? What do I need to do? What I need to change from within? And how do I need to elevate my own self so I can have that man or woman find me, or you're a guy. Like, how can I find that type of woman? Do I need to upgrade my own self, my own mindset? I can't have this all man about nothing just because of a bad experience. I got to be open to receive love. And I understand that, stuff may happen, good or bad, but you got to put yourself out there. Quit fearing rejection. A lot of women, they want the way you want to be approached. They want to be pursued, but because guys are like, okay, well, this person, the last person, she rejected me. Their mind's already clouded, and they already self projecting that this other woman is going to reject him, and she hasn't even spoken up. She didn't even say one word to him.
And I feel like we have to do a lot more of looking in the mirror. We really do. We have to do a lot more looking in the mirror. Um, it's we have to be completely honest with ourselves. A lot of times we ask for things and we are not ready for what we're asking for. So, for example, if you are still in your whole phase, you are not ready for your husband. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. If you are still, playing the field, which everybody has done, no judgment for me. I've played the field, I've dated, whatever. But you cannot honestly say you're ready for your soulmate and this and that if you're not ready to let go of some of the other things. So you have to really sit down and be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I am enjoying life right now. I maybe ain't ready for my soulmate. I still need to get myself together and work towards getting yourself together. But what you don't want to do is get this person that is an awesome man or awesome woman and you ruin them because you're not ready and because you will not be honest with them or yourself and say, I still have work to do. I still have to get myself together. So we all really need to have those conversations, not only with people, but with ourselves. And we need to be able to say, hey, you know, if I want to be completely honest, no, I'm not ready for a relationship, or no, I'm not ready for that. You know what I mean? You have to be honest with yourself. And you have to be honest with the person you're dating and talking to as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Be honest with yourselves, and you first. Let a person know. Be honest with your intentions. Don't sit there and tell nobody no dream, no false dream, no false hope. Be honest with yourself. You ain't trying to look for something serious. You're trying to have a good time, whether it's sex, whether it's just hanging out, just let that person know. And maybe they thinking about the same thing. Maybe they want something serious, but don't sit there and lead nobody on. And you don't want nothing serious, and that person do. That's what I would say. Stay true to your core values, your core beliefs, and your principles. Don't try to compromise. You looking for marriage. Don't deal with a dude who just trying to just casually date you, casually just want to hook up with you. If you into that, that's cool. But don't sit there and just settle for that. That's what I mean about settling. You
Mm.
know, that's what I mean about far knowing your worth. Just doing what's best for you. You just want to have a casual F buddy. That's fine with you. That's your desire. But the other person need to be cool on the same boat too. Because he might be looking for a wife, and you might just like, okay, I'm looking for a good time, but he might not be looking for just a good time. So it all depends on each other's core values and what their core beliefs are. The core principles as well. You know, what are your
I
thoughts
get
about
that.
that?
Hmm. I agree. I just feel like a lot of people need to have more of those conversations and just being honest with yourself and your partner about what you really want and what you really expect. And if I feel like if we have more of those conversations, then things will go much different. I think a lot of things will go very differently if we would have those conversations. And no, they're not the best or the funnest conversations to have, but if you come into if you come into a situation and you're saying, hey, I'm not ready for this, that, and the third, and if that person still continues, then give that person, if that person still continues to either deal with you or not, just give them a fair chance. Let them make that choice um, based on the truth. Let them make that choice based on the truth. So don't go into a situation where you know this person wants marriage and you're like, oh, I'm going to get married one day, when you know you really don't want to, when you know that's really not your goal. So if you're being honest, let that person be able to decide, hey, okay, they maybe just want sex right now. I'm cool with it. I'll deal with it. You know what I mean? But that's where being honest comes to play. Let them make a choice based off honesty and let them choose and give them a fair chance of whether they really want to deal with you or not. Because when you lie, you take that chance away. I mean, you take that choice away. Someone is making a choice based on a lie, and that's not fair.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, you want to make sure y'all evenly y'all just want to be on the same page. There's too many games out here, too many demon differences. I mean, just be on the same page. Like I said before, you want something serious, then find people that have the like-minded, want the same thing. Why sit there and waste somebody's time? It benefits you, and it benefits you and the other person for the short term and the long term. You never know what may happen, but at least you can say, look, I put it out on the table. It's either you accept it or you don't. It's cool. And if you, I'm telling you that I just want to have a good time. You look for marriage and you still go at it, and you're like, okay, well, we did this, and now it's some relationship. I'm like, well, I just told you I was just looking for a good time. Like, you can't really get mad at me, you know, or the person you're dealing with. He told you up
I can
front.
agree with that. I
You really
agree
can't
with
get
that.
it, All right, let me read on the comments. Who we got? Rita Marita King, she said, on point, sometimes you got to change your mindset of what you are attracted to and stop avoiding signs the way you did in the first place, even though you're attracted to that person. Yeah, you got to
It's
look at
true.
your red flags. You got to see what's out there, quit looking at life through rose colored glasses and actually evaluate beyond just the physical, just like your employer does you submit your resume to them. They look at your resume, your references, and they, base you, based on your credential, they see you get the call, you not. So, I don't care how good, how fine you are. They worried about can you work, can you execute their job title. That's what they worried about, getting the work done. And I don't care how, that might help out a woman. You look a lot sexier, especially on an interview. It may help them out. It may help you out a little bit, but I'm just saying overall, you gotta think with the
Guys do
sort of
it too. Guys
yeah,
do it too.
no, I'm just saying though,
Guys do it too.
people
Y'all
gotta
with
do
the
that.
beards and this and that coming into the, yeah, guys do it too. So
Okay, Hey, what's going on, Graham? What's going on, Valerie, Christy? So, like, what else? What else as far as just nice guys? I mean, nice guys, nice girls. You know, as far as being overlooked in the dating game. What you thought? What else?
I just really think we need to, in all honesty, I really think we need to take more serious who we date, who we lay down with. We need to take that stuff more serious. I feel like a lot of times, we do get caught up on this person. The chemistry's there and they look nice and everything's great and, we're just enjoying it. And then sometimes we make life changing decisions on stuff that is temporary. So, um, you sometimes you marry this person, you have a baby by this person, and it's kind of like that was supposed to be something that was temporary, but now you have to deal with this person. So you really didn't get to know her. You don't know if you don't know certain things about her. You didn't take that time to get to know her like that. And now she's raising your daughter. So now your daughter just is boy crazy because that's all her mother is. That's all her mother has instilled in her because you didn't take time to get to know this woman and to see, how would she be a good mother? Is she a good aunt? Can she cook? Does she have anything else to offer? So you didn't take that time to get to know those things. So now you have to deal with this woman for at least 18 years. And it's kind of like now the signs that you looked past or you missed because you were so stuck on this, oh, it's so much fun. And you made this temporary, you made something that was supposed to be temporary, you made it permanent now. So now you have to deal with this situation that should have not even gotten your time or your energy. Now you have to deal with this person for a longer amount of time than what you were supposed to. So I really feel like we all, myself included, um, we all have to be more cautious of who we are dating and who we decide to lay down with, and um, just having those conversations and being honest. We all do need to take that a little bit more seriously. That's what I
Yeah, you're right
speak on.
about that. Yeah, you're right about that. You want to be more honest, and like I said, too many guys are thinking their head between our legs, now on our shoulders. Oh, okay, she got a big butt, a nice, nice breast. It's like that's cool. Where's the mind at? That's what made me turn on your mindset. I see that you see your physical, but I need to know where your head's at. That's what I'm attracted to. I I care less what your chair look like. I gotta see where your brain at. Yeah, the brain gonna
And you'll be surprised. You really, once you really get
reason
to
my
know somebody,
progeny,
you'll be
to
surprised.
call you.
Say that again. What you say? I didn't hear you.
Now I would say your brain gonna be the one raising my progeny. My legacy, my seed. To call your brain. So that's why I gotta look. I gotta evaluate your brain.
And that's true. That's very true. Like I said, yeah, that's very true. You should get to know people a little bit more before you make um, real big decisions, or not real big decisions, but life changing decisions. A kid is life
Yeah.
changing. You're bringing another human being into the world, so that is life changing. And not to say people don't change, not to say they can't change, not to say that at all. But we just need to be more careful in making those decisions with someone. And
True.
I'm sure we all have gotten caught up in the heat of the moment, but yet and still, even getting caught up in the heat of the moment, those have adult consequences and they have real life consequences. So people really need to start thinking about that, period.
Yeah. True. Angela said the hardest thing for many black women to understand is that what they're attracted to isn't as necessarily the best for them. Yeah, but that's the same thing for men too. But I understand where you're coming from. You know,
I
Janae
get
Brown
that.
said, I think good. Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm listening.
no, you good. Janae Brown said, I think good guys choose bad girls. That's why they finish last. Same goes for women. You never know a man or woman fully until you evaluate what the. It's sad but true. He or she can be wearing you wish for and want, but still not be parent material. Yeah, that's true. And then we also have to just fashion that sometimes relationships just not every relationship is going to be marriage, not everything's going to be, concrete. Some of them are going to be short term, long term, but you enjoy the experiences, you learn more about that person. Sometimes it just doesn't work itself out, you know. Sometimes y'all not going to get married. Sometimes y'all not going to get to the I do, but I do enjoy the moments, time spent with each other, and y'all just try to work through it. And if y'all do end up having a child together, then y'all be good parents, good co-parents, and do what's best for y'all children. And no arguing, no fussing, and belittling each other, talking down to each other. And just try to do what's best for the child. You know.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
What's going on, Liz? What's going on? Well, yeah, today's topic is good. Do good guys, good women finish last in the dating game? You know, I feel like I said, I feel like both men and women, they both finish last, but you have to take time to heal and understand who you are, understand your worth, and don't just settle just to be with somebody, because that's the worst thing you want to do is just be with somebody just to be with somebody, and they're treating you disrespectfully, not, getting your core values need met. Don't want to care for your love language, whatever excites you and makes you feel at ease. Don't care about your needs, your wants, your desires, and just not there for you when you need them. You need a shoulder to cry on, just need somebody to vent to. They're not there for you, or they're not there for your big days, or just not just not there for you unless it's to their convenience.
I agree with that.
You know.
So
Anything else you want to add on?
I think I got a lot that I needed to say. Just everybody, just let's be more. Let's not ignore the signs that are being shown. People will show themselves. You have to give them time. Sometimes people are very good actresses and actors, but take that time to really get to know someone. Um, Take that time, and just because you like them, just because the chemistry's there, just because the sex good or whatever, do not turn on your blinders. Um, Keep your eyes open. Now, keep your eyes open. And that's all I got.
Oh, that's all you got. Okay.
That's
Well, I appreciate you. You said what now?
I said that's all I got.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you joining me. Appreciate everybody for watching. Y'all share this video. Y'all subscribe to my channel, and thank everybody for watching. Everybody, you have a blessed night. Peace. All right, peace.
Mm-mm.